You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live. Just saying, featuring conversations on love, sex, and relationships from three sassy ladies. Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host of Black Hollywood Live, Just Saying.
Good evening, y'all. I'm Diann Valentine. I am your host tonight. Welcome to Just Saying. I am here with two of my best girlfriends, and I'm so glad you joined us tonight because it's going to be some juicy stuff talking. Now, right to my left is my good friend April Daniels.
Hello.
April is a wife. She is a mother. She is an entrepreneur, and she is basically an all-around badass chick. Next to April is my very good friend Sheree Fletcher. Sheree is an entrepreneur. She's a mom. She's a reality TV star. And she has the best jewelry in all of LA. I'm laced in it. We all laced in it, right?
Always.
Hey, girls.
Hi.
I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever.
Because you have not.
I know.
You've been traveling the world.
All over the world. But can I just say, we've been here, 30 minutes?
Yes.
Y'all didn't even notice that a nigga got hair.
I did. I said I liked your hair.
Oh, did you?
2 minutes before we started. Maybe because the headphones.
I didn't notice.
You didn't realize I got hair.
You got it
Yes.
behind you. You know what I mean? If
right.
it was, but it looks
Cascading.
fabulous.
And look, I just took my wig off, right, and got it pressed, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with it now?
Yeah,
because I can't work out.
So that I was gonna say that thing, but I know there's a better word. That piece, that ensemble that you had was a wig.
My bob was a wig.
Yes.
Yeah,
but sewn in.
Yeah, it was sewn in, but it was a
Okay.
wig.
Yeah,
Yes,
we need to do a hair show.
We do.
No, we do.
We do.
Yes.
We do.
But it was fabulous.
It was.
Still fabulous.
Thank you. It feels good to have my own hair out, but
That's all you?
yeah. Hello.
Well, you better go.
She only does it for convenience. That's usually,
Right.
you
We should
know.
toast to that.
Diane, like, who we toasting for? I always had hair.
I always had hair. No, but you know what I miss about the wigs is they're so thick.
Yeah.
So it's just so much hair. So I'm like, my hair just feels thin, but I guess it isn't.
Yeah, your hair is thick.
It is?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem thick.
It is thick. But I know, like with the wig, it probably feels heavy. The weight.
Yeah,
'cause you
it
have
is
yours
heavy.
And that. But
Much
no, but
heavier.
your hair is thick.
Much
It looks
heavier.
amazing.
Much heavier.
Hello, Scott.
So tell me, guys, are you guys fans of Fashion Police?
I am at times.
Okay.
Yes.
So I've always been a fan of like Joan Rivers, right?
Yeah.
Because I just think she has earned the right to say
Whatever.
she wants to say, right?
That's right.
But you know what happened this week? That now that Kelly Osbourne
She's
quit,
left. Yes.
The other girl quit too.
Yes, what's her name?
Griffin.
Yes, Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin.
yes.
She quit too, and now they
knew
done
that.
pushed back the season to the fall.
Yeah, but they said it's going on with or without them.
But
so,
let me say,
yeah, they're really
I
adamant
don't think
about
I like Kathy Griffin, but I don't think she was the right fit for that show.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what she said. She said, you don't know until you know.
get there, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Until you do it. So kudos to her for even trying and going out on
Yeah.
a limb and doing something. But yeah, I don't think that was the right fit for her.
Nah. And I really don't like that whole mean girl, like dissing
yeah.
people on the
No,
red carpet. I
no.
really don't. I feel like Joan could do it because it was Joan.
Right.
But when the rest of
nobody
them
else
do
like,
it,
whoa,
yeah, y'all
I'm
just.
doing it.
I'm like, what makes you think you have such good
Yeah.
style?
And now
Have you
that-
looked in the mirror?
Right. And now that Kelly's gone, it's like some people are just not replaceable. So,
I know,
and
right?
I don't
She was
know.
great.
Yeah,
I know.
she just was the total
Fun
package.
and
I know.
she was.
It'll be
It'll
interesting
it'll
to
be
see
interesting Now,
to
is
see what
Brad
they do
still
with it.
there?
Who?
Brad.
Last I heard.
he's-
Okay, I like him. Yeah, they just need to revamp.
Last I heard.
Yeah.
They need to revamp.
Clearly they do.
Hello. Can we get to these cocktails?
Yes, Miss Sheree, it is Friday night, you guys. It is technically happy hour here in LA and happy hour somewhere else in the world, I know.
right.
So Sheree is our resident mixologist.
Yes, I am.
And she's brought some goodies for us tonight.
Something that you said looked like pink vomit.
Alka-Seltzer.
Leave it to your friends.
You want us to drink it now after you said that?
It's so daggone delicious. Diann Valentine. It is. We did strawberries. I love watermelon Minute Maid, which is amazing. You can just take watermelon Minute Maid and put a little vodka in it, and you got a drink of its own. Watermelon. Can't go wrong with watermelon. And then it has what we did, a little whipped cream vodka. So this is our strawberries and cream teeny. So it's got a little whipped cream vodka, a little T.H.O.T handmade vodka, fresh strawberries, a little honey, and the Minute Maid watermelon. Try it.
And for you kids at home, I'm drinking the
okay, April.
She's drinking everything but the vodka. There ain't no spirits
My
in April's drink.
Look, April don't need no alcohol to turn it up.
No, they got a natural.
Yes.
Cheers. Come on, we got a clink.
Let's see.
So how
good?
is it? It's delicious.
It is.
Don't blame me.
It's light.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's not heavy.
It is.
I was concerned about the sugar, but it's all
Yeah, it's not too sweet either.
No,
It's
so
really
it's pretty
good.
fresh and delicious. So I hope our viewers, I put the recipe on Instagram, so with the proportions and the measurements. So I hope you guys have your cocktails ready. And cheers to our viewers.
with them.
We just felt like tonight's topic was appropriate for a little cocktail. So why don't we get into our show? So tonight we are going to be talking about thoughts. That's right, that hoe over there. And you know who she is because you know a few yourself. So I just want to talk about, when you think about thought, you always thinking about the chick that's like,
Scandalous
and with the dude who's cheating on his wife, cheating on his girl. So, let's talk about the infidelity thing a little bit because 74% of men say that they would cheat if they thought they would not get caught.
Interesting. 74%.
74%.
Yes.
Said absolutely. I would get me some on a Friday
many
night.
actually don't think they gonna get caught and cheat?
We like to hear from you.
And did you guys know that in some states in the U.S., adultery is considered a crime?
Wow.
Yes, I did know that.
You knew that?
I've heard
I was
that
like,
before.
that's crazy.
Punishable by law.
Punishable by law.
So what happens? You go to jail for what? Like
Adultery.
About a year, 2 years.
Oh.
What's the offense?
I don't know.
I guess
It's
it
more-
depends
Like Tiger
on-
Woods been locked up for life
Right.
in that city.
He need to get life. We need to get life.
Terrible.
And did you know that they say, according to a Kinsey report on hookingup.com, black men are the highest cheaters on the planet.
Oh, not
Right.
the
Come on, yeah.
Right.
See, not the brothers.
Right.
Y'all gotta do better.
I got faith in our
got to
brothers.
do better.
I just
Yeah.
refuse to believe those statistics.
Exactly. We don't want Sheree
I'm going to the
Going
other
to
side.
Other
Pink
side.
You do.
No.
Yes.
Maybe the Mediterranean.
You told me I need like a Beckham type.
Yeah,
no.
you kinda do,
But
though.
if you,
Yeah, you kinda
'cause
do.
The brothers, I don't know what's going on.
Well, I've only done brothers. Maybe I'll, you never know. I'm gonna check out them statistics and find the validity, and then I'll make my decision.
So let's talk about this thought thing. I mean,
Yes.
how do you guys define the word?
Well, for me, I personally think a thought is a new class gold digger. Like before, you used to have gold diggers and they had a respect about themselves, even though they were the other woman.
Right.
They knew I better stay in line and not overstep my boundaries.
Kept their mouth closed.
Absolutely.
Right?
They played the part.
Yep.
Now you can have thoughts that's like, okay, by any means necessary, I'm down if you down. And then sometimes it even gets way crazy where they like, yeah, I'm waiting for you to go to sleep because I'm going to take a couple of pictures,
Right.
put your chain on, and then put it on Instagram and social media.
No trifling.
So I just think for me, a thought is pretty much that chick that has no regard for
Right.
not even herself.
Wow.
Just anything goes.
So do you think a
goes.
gold digger has respect for herself? It's a more
To
respectable.
a certain degree.
Right.
I'm not, saying gold diggers are incredible,
Right.
but I'm saying before, there wasn't social media popping then, pretty
Right.
much when the term gold digger was being used.
Right.
So I don't know if that's one of the main reasons why gold diggers had a different class about
Right.
themselves versus a thought. But for me, I just think when you look at times going back a little bit and the gold digger was relevant, she wasn't calling the wife. She wasn't trying to expose the man. She wasn't, coming out there like, yeah, I'm the chick. And did he tell you he was with me last night?
It's hard in the street.
But you make a good point that, right, that was pre-social media era, right? So is thought really just, a byproduct of social media?
I don't know, because
that's an interesting
because
question.
a gold digger didn't have a voice.
She didn't.
But you know what I think?
She had a voice on her block and to her girlfriends,
right?
But she didn't have a voice to the world.
I think if you scandalous, you're scandalous, and when you have options and you have, things that can kind of facilitate your triflingness, I think people take advantage of that, which is the social media.
Right.
Now, I mean, before, like I said, we didn't have that, and now that we do, it's like you said, taking a picture of a dude that's asleep. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's
Because
crazy.
it's almost a guarantee it's going to be over
So a gold digger is actually respectable now.
Yeah. But even in Kanye's song, when he had the song out, when you heard the song, it wasn't like he was dissing the gold digger.
Right.
He was just saying she ain't messing with no broke nigga.
She was trying to get
This was she
hers.
about. Right. It was about establishing yourself as the side joint.
And I know that gold digger was used very loosely because I've been labeled a gold digger. I think any woman.
Have you?
Yes, girl, please. I think any woman.
Can you still be one so me and April can get some perks?
Hello.
I'm going to give you my rider tomorrow.
Right.
I need to sharpen my dad.
Well, can we get back to Paris?
Clearly, I am slipping.
White roses.
Clearly, I'm not on my game.
diamonds.
But y'all made me lose my daggone thought.
You were labeled as
It's
a
the
gold
cocktail
digger.
that did
So
it.
yeah.
Label as a gold digger because I think anytime a woman was with somebody that had means, people would always immediately slap that title on her.
Yeah.
As if the guy had nothing more to offer but
Right.
his money. You
Right.
know what I mean? But now I think that a thought.
But it does make them more attractive. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Big bank accounts make real ugly dudes real attractive.
Now, I don't know about all that.
I am so shallow.
I don't want to name no names.
If he got that much money, he shouldn't be ugly.
But
Hello.
Thank God.
Right. I feel you. He got
all I'm saying,
Yes.
We going
everybody can't buy good looks, right?
Right.
You can't buy good looks. But don't you often wonder why the most unattractive dudes end up with the most beautiful women?
Yeah, well, we know what that is.
Hello.
No, that's not it all the
A lot of
time.
times it
But
is.
not all the a lot of times.
I mean, like you're 22, beautiful, and you got this old
Right.
shriveled up,
Right.
82-year-old
he
man.
not laying it on her strong at home, and she's just mesmerized.
Girl, please.
Because what?
Physiology.
Listen, if he taking that little blue pill, he might be all that she ever wanted and more. You can't say that.
I'm just saying. I'm just drawing a conclusion
Right.
with the information that I have.
Okay.
It
Right.
could be wrong. It could be wrong.
I
It
done
is
seen
my
some
opinion.
busted dudes with the most beautiful women, and I just think, wow, is he really just a
Like,
nice
how you
guy?
get
It makes you think about it. But I
Yes.
would still like to believe, aside from Thotville, there is actually some women that have a guy that might look like a sun-dried raisin. I don't know. But, there's conversation. There's substance to what looks like an ugly canvas. You know what I mean?
You can have swag. It's funny because I dated this guy that I thought he was attractive, but he was not. Everybody else said, "What in the hell are you
maybe you
doing?"
better lay off the alcohol.
But and he had money. But I'm telling you, I thought he was attractive. He always smelled good. He groomed himself.
See?
He was very intelligent. He was funny. So that was attractive to
and
me.
those things weighed more with you
They
than
did.
the appearance.
Exactly.
Right.
And but what happened is he started to become attractive to me because of all
Right.
the inner stuff
Right.
and all the other
Right.
stuff.
So
that
when
he
you
had.
first met him, you was like, "Dang!"
I was just like,
He's like, maybe after this cocktail, you look a little bit better.
So you got some thoughtedness in your history too.
I do.
It appears that way. It appears.
Get it. You learn something new
Well, you know,
every
I didn't
day.
even know what a daggone thought was. And I'm gonna kill
Bless
y'all.
her heart.
Because
Bless your
She from the
heart.
suburbs.
I know. I'm gonna have to have a drink. I'm gonna have to have a drink on that
one.
But
I had to call Trey, and I was like, "Baby, I'm doing my research. Baby, you know what a thought is."
Trey don't know what no thought.
Well, yeah. I know now.
I told her before she made the call.
I said, "Oh no, it's okay, baby. If you don't know, Mom, what is it?" I was like, "Damn,
that is hilarious. That is hilarious." So, but ladies, check this out. Can men be thoughts too?
Absolutely.
Can a man be a thought?
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Look, J-Lo's video, I love you, Poppy, right? I love how they did the whole concept of like scantily clad men and they were fully clothed, right?
But it's okay for a man to be a thought and a hoe. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You know, they
so
get a
give me an example of a man that we would say is a thought.
Well, I'm relating thought, and I think I don't know if we're clear on what a thought is because everybody that I talk to, I'm serious, everybody I talked to had a different definition.
You cannot call the people in the suburb and ask them that. You had to call your inner city friend.
You should not call anybody that lives in Chatsworth.
In Bel Air. Excuse me, do you know what a thought is?
No, I got some people, that friends that are from the street that know, that kind of know things, and everybody has a different take on it, but a couple of them did say it was somebody that they felt slept around and would go after, would be out with their man and be looking at another dude that they think is a bigger come up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was money driven, but it was scandalous, and it was a matter of sleeping around and being promiscuous.
But what makes a man a thought?
Most men are promiscuous.
Okay, well, give me an example.
Okay.
Give me an example of a man.
A man can have multiple sex partners.
Okay.
A man can have.
I'm trying to think of one.
Say a man can have 10, and that's probably a conservative number for some men. A man can have 10 sex partners in a year, and ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it.
But agree.
It is what it is.
But I don't think.
Now, if a woman does that.
But see, thought is not limited to sex.
No,
But I
because
think that's
to
an
me,
aspect of it, though.
but when you look at it, to
I mean, it is hoe in the H in thought.
yes, but
That hoe over there.
But I think she can have hoe-like tendencies and still be a thought.
Lord.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't think you
Explain
have
that.
to. I don't think.
So you don't have to sleep around.
No, I don't think you have to sleep around to be a thought. But I think if you do the
So
things
what does she
that,
look like?
like a thought.
No, okay, and I need to understand, and I'm sure if I don't know, a lot of our viewers don't know.
April, can you start
the screw me
at
dress.
number one?
She got on her screw me dress. Well, I'm married. I could wear a screw me dress.
You ain't
I'm married. No, but she has on screw me dress. Okay. I wanted to say the other word, but I'm gonna say screw me. And she's like, it's no respect for herself. She's like whatever. She's giving the illusion. The perception is like she's with it, like the girl who would sleep with all the men in the room.
You gotta be careful.
But I think that behavior puts you in the class with thoughts.
So just because you dress provocatively,
not even that if
makes
she
you
giving
a thought.
somebody to look. Listen, it's girls that sit up, wherever you go, that's giving a guy to look like, yeah, I'm with it, but that don't mean she with it. You know what I mean? She can act like, yeah, you want to go in the restroom? We can do that.
Right.
But then when the moment he get her in the restroom, she like, I wouldn't really.
So she not a thought.
But you wouldn't know that until you got that far with that person to know. So I feel like if you're willing to play around in the area, it's like if you have somebody who's on drugs, you have the drug user. And then you have the person that's always around that person. They're guilty by association, right?
Okay.
So no one's going to say, "Oh, Joe does drugs, but not Bob." Y'all two together or looking like y'all do the same.
Right.
Y'all the same. You know what I mean? So I think
I don't know what you mean.
But what's the difference in the behavior between a female thought and a male thought? Because I think we kind of get what the female thought is because she wears her badge as an honor.
Probably nothing.
I think a male thought is more discreet.
Okay. Because I always feel like men don't boast about their indiscretions.
What?
No. Hear me out.
Amongst their friends, they do.
Amongst their friends. But if a man is married or in a committed relationship, he is not on Instagram
at all.
Posting no shots of him and some chick.
And when he's
married, she ain't gonna post no shots.
What?
If a woman is married, she gonna post some shots of her and some other dude.
We talking about thoughts.
Right. So, but you just said a man is not going to post no pictures if he's married. But I'm saying nobody's going to post pictures when they're married.
But I think
THOTs post pictures when they don't care.
I think men are much more discreet.
If
you talking about if a THOT was married?
No, if a THOT is married. That's what I'm saying.
We're not talking about THOTs being married. Was you talking about THOTs being married?
I'm lost.
You see how... Okay, we're going to move this away from
Stay with us, Sheree.
I'm telling you, when y'all rewatch our show, I'm making sense.
Okay. Just nod your head. Say yes.
Okay. Now, both of you have grown sons, right? Yes. So how do you have the conversation with them about THOTs? Or do you?
Yeah,
I do all the time. I keep it real with Omar. I'm like, listen, don't you bring them hoes home. No, really. I mean, we talk like that. You know, I'm very blunt. I'm very upfront with him because I want him, when he gets the information he gets at home is going to be the truth.
Right.
I'm not sugarcoating it. Right. I'm not making it sound fluffy because when you get out there in the street, they don't care nothing about you.
Right.
So we're very honest with him. And, you know, even in being honest, you raise your child to have certain qualities about themselves that you hope will only allow them to behave with the utmost respect for themselves. Now, sometimes they drop the ball. Right. But I feel like what we have told him is very straightforward. Listen, when you feel like, first of all, you know, we try to support the no sex until you're married, but we understand we're in a whole different world, and that's a different show. But as far as I know, we've been doing a great job. However, in his seek for a female companion, you know, there's certain levels to dating. Right. And right now, I tell him to focus on school, have your friend. He has a girlfriend, but she has to be equally yoked. If she's equally yoked, she's not trying to pull a fast one on you.
But what haven't y'all stay away from though? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Because a THOT can turn out. A THOT can turn out a good boy.
She can turn out, but let me just say this
to him, like, oh, stay away from what? What does it look like?
Stay away from that chick that ain't about nothing. That ain't doing nothing. What does that mean? If she got enough time to be after you 24/7, that's the wrong one. Keep it moving. Because a woman that's about something, she ain't got time to be pursuing you and lock you down and get you in a situation that might not be the correct situation. She's too busy trying to establish her path in life so that she can, we tell them all the time, listen, if you do what you're supposed to do, you won't have to chase women. Women will chase you.
Okay, but let's just talk about like growing up. We know that Trey don't even know what a THOT is, but let's just assume he do. Let's assume he does, right? So is it healthy for Trey or Omar to have at least one THOT experience in their life?
No.
You know what? Here's the thing. Like
maybe as a man.
Like, I mean, how do you know you got a good girl if you never had a bad girl? And vice versa.
I think you know.
Because I could not appreciate my husband.
Judgment.
I think you know. Like, you know, like, ooh. For instance, Trey is a DJ. The chick that's on the table shaking her thing, flashing her breast, probably ain't the chick that you want to spend the rest of your life with. However, you know what I mean?
It could be
you in
turned
Vegas,
out.
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So he understands, and I think that's upbringing. I think he's just been raised
to know
got so
the
much
difference
in him that he knows the difference. So if he gets out there and makes the choice to get with a THOT, he knows it's a THOT. It ain't like he doesn't know.
But he don't know what a THOT is.
He doesn't know what
I'm trying to follow.
No. He knows what a trifling chick is.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
He just didn't know the terminology.
Got it.
Right. And that exactly is what I'm saying. Listen, you know what a THOT is. You know what that looks like. You know, I can't bring her home to mom.
Right.
But this one over here, I definitely can bring home with mom. I don't care if he has a THOT experience when he's old enough to emotionally handle that, but he ain't having no THOT experience until then.
What if he's already had one?
Hello.
And you just didn't know nothing about it?
You don't know, April. You don't know.
I know everything. No.
You don't know.
I don't know, but that's when you have to, with him, you don't, I'm not going to sit up here and say, my son's an angel. No.
Right.
But he's been very honest about certain things he has done in his life that I'm like, oh my God, did he just tell me that? But I'm happy he told me that because he feels comfortable enough so I can't react like, oh,
Can't let him see
I
you
can't
sweat.
do that. Right.
That's
so
right.
I feel like, as he's growing up, because of the relationship we have,
Right.
he has enough. He didn't get as far as he's gotten by just being an airhead. You know what I mean? And he knows, like, okay,
Smart.
that
He's a
ain't,
smart kid.
yeah,
He
you know,
knows.
and then, you know, he has his own walk spiritually.
Right.
So, you know, the decisions you make, you have to be conscious about
Right.
that, because
Right.
it ain't about me. It's about your walk with him. So,
Right.
you know, at the
Right.
end of the day, you know, and I know everybody's not spiritual like that, but for me and my household, you know, we put a lot of it on your walk with Christ.
Right.
I can tell you all day long what to do,
Right.
but how would you feel after
Absolutely.
you did it? You
Absolutely.
know? So,
Absolutely. And you know, I know we talk a lot about we've obviously been talking about thoughts with boys, but you know, what are thoughts kind of saying to young girls? Because if you look on social media,
glamorous.
if you look at reality TV, if you look on Instagram, it sure look like thoughts are winning to me.
What are the ages? Do we know, like, what the age
no
range
discrimination.
is?
Yeah.
So you can be 55 and be a thought.
a bona fide
hello.
thought, the queen thought, the grand poobah thoughts.
You know what I mean? Like they
She
create
got it
them.
from her mama thought. All of that.
But not the generational thoughts.
But
Lord.
some of the stuff we see, it looks very much glamorized. Like, I'm so tired of seeing booty shots on
Yeah.
Instagram. Like, where they do that at?
It's the culture. Here, they do it in America. I don't know where else they do it, but that's kind of the culture.
Right.
And you're right. These young girls see it and think that, you know what I mean? This is our standard of beauty.
Right.
This is what we need to do to get love. Because understand this, girls will give sex to get love. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And guys kind of give the love, the illusion of love to get sex. So a lot of times these women are just putting out what
Right.
they think a man wants. So
Right.
I think the man is really the culprit. Think about it.
Now, this is an interesting.
Yeah, isn't it? So this is
Okay.
Black
No, I
China
can't see. What's it say?
that I feel like has the body of life. However,
Okay.
she got it.
This
She's
Black,
got the
this
body
Black
of life.
China?
Yeah.
So the meme says she's under 30, a retired stripper, owns multiple businesses, makes over $5K a week. Would you let your 18-year-old son date her? What do you do when your son comes home with bam, 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 bam? And she says, "How you doing, mama?"
See, but you know what? Though? This is what I think. I think you have to get to know somebody past a superficial level.
Okay.
I would want to sit down and talk with her because what she's selling is sex. I mean, that's the message she's putting out there with how she's dressed. That doesn't necessarily mean that's who she is internally, but there's a reason she's dressing like that. So I would really want to sit down and talk to her.
But don't you think no matter what you put on that body, it's gonna be like
That's just
you
what
know
I
what I'm
was. That was
saying?
going to be my.
Yeah, 'cause
It
you know,
is,
me and my
but
husband go through that.
But you
Shit.
don't need a
She's
skirt.
so
Yeah.
That's right
yeah.
below your panty line. You understand? Like, you don't. She just got
If I
a
had her
body.
body, I'll be wearing
I
that right now.
know.
Sitting up here.
I might have on a G-string tonight, sitting up in this chair.
Come out with a stack of
April, come out.
dollar bills.
April, we want you to come
Ready
out.
to make it rain on my house.
I went 2,000.
No, I mean, and you know, I had experience where I was judged
Yes.
with some of Sean's family members. And it wasn't because I was dressed a certain way.
Right.
It was just whatever reason they thought they had this perception, and you know, it was
Right.
what it was. So I have to say, for that reason alone, I am now sensitive
Yeah.
to looking at someone and judging
Yeah.
them basically
Yeah.
because of what they look like.
Yeah.
She looks like all of that.
Right?
But she probably could be the most beautiful person in the world,
Absolutely.
and I couldn't pick a better spouse for my son.
That's right.
So, you know, as much as we know thoughts are relevant, I would never discriminate somebody just because of what they look like.
Right, but
Have to
keep in
spend some
mind.
time
We're not calling her a thought,
Well,
though, are we?
No,
just,
we're not
just
calling
keep
her
in
thought.
mind what,
Okay.
the,
I'm just
what
saying
the
our
meme
topic.
says.
Gotcha.
We're talking
Right?
about thoughts, right?
But keep in mind what the meme says. So
Right.
I found the picture on social media. It says, so it's more than just looks.
Right.
It's not that she's just
She's a
beautiful and
retired
curvy.
stripper.
She's a retired stripper.
Right.
She's 30. Your son is 18.
Right.
Yeah.
She makes over $5,000 a week.
Right.
Don't nobody know how.
She has multiple
I was gonna
businesses.
say, how do you-
She has multiple businesses. But listen, even in that,
Right.
Look.
Listen, you can't. Listen, you can't be like, no. You can't.
Right.
You will never win.
You will not.
You will never win. The more you say no, the more they will go.
I know that from experience.
That's right.
So in that, you can't. You have to have the discernment to know how to move in that situation. I personally would not like it.
Right.
Wouldn't like anything about it. But I would have to allow him to take that course for himself.
That's right.
Because as much as I can sit here and he loves me and we talk and we have a great relationship, the more I'm saying, Dad, son, I don't think you should probably. Right. He's like,
and I'd be a little more
ear
open.
shut.
Let me say, I learned a lesson. One time Trey was, I don't know, he might have been 14 years old. We were at church and he liked this girl. And I knew, all I did is I knew her name. I didn't know what she looked like. And somebody pointed her out and I was like, he likes her? Because I was thinking, she ain't cute enough for my baby. And God convicted me. I got so convicted and God checked me so hard. And I had to really repent and say, you know what, Lord, I forgive me. I apologize. And at that time I made a decision. I would never judge somebody based on the way they looked. For me, it's character. So I will speak to him on character issues all day long. Right. But he gets to choose.
Absolutely.
And I told him, I'm gonna speak. Your mom, because I think that's part of my responsibility as your mother. I said, nonetheless, I'm rolling with who you roll with. I'm loving who you love. It's that simple.
I don't know about that. I think we have a question. Let's see. Man in the booth.
I'm the man in the booth. Okay. I want to ask about the other side of that coin, though. Because we see this picture of this woman who has businesses, she's a retired stripper, all this, and you talk about what would happen if your son would date her. Tell me, if you met a girl who was dressed politely, dressed nicely, looked great, and had a great personality, and then you find out that she's an adult film actress, how would you react to that?
I'd be like,
no.
No,
that's not going to be okay.
He's not going to be getting it with no adult actors now. We can't be doing all that. That's just a little too much.
You don't think he would?
No.
He
better not.
I would think Trey would have enough sense, you know what I mean, he wouldn't go down that path. But you never know.
Look, let me tell you, every young man that Ryan dated that I liked, she hated. Right. And everyone that I hated, she just thought the world of them. So there is no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah. So, okay, let me ask you this, though. We just gave the scenario of our sons. But what if a thought actually got a hold of them and turned them out?
What do you do then?
Hello. You pray.
You rub them down with oil and blood of Jesus.
You plead the blood.
Turned him out sexually. Honey, oh my God!
Because we all
I can't even answer that.
The power of the P.
Listen, okay,
women, you are powerful creatures.
The P. I'm talking about P is in prayer. Every prayer warrior I know would be anointing that baby with oil.
The power of the double P's.
Right.
We will pray that demon, that lust demon right out of him. Yes, we would.
You will pray him further up in it.
Right. Because you can't even compete with that. You can't even have an intelligent conversation with your child when they are turned out sexually.
And let me just say, yes, we are known to pray and all of that. But even though you pray does not mean that course will not play out.
Yes.
Right. Just because you pray doesn't mean it's like, close your legs, we saved them.
Yes.
It's still a very big possibility that he'll still...
I would say to that mountain, be thou moved,
be thou loose.
Yeah. All right. So what is like the craziest thing you guys have heard in terms of thought behavior? What's the craziest thing you've heard that someone has done?
Come on, April. You are resident thought expert.
If I had known I was going to be asked this, I would have been better prepared. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Ree, what have you seen? You've been in Hollywood a long time. I feel like the rules are different in Hollywood.
And I just, it always amazes me what women will do for what they think is value. The value that they'll give up. You understand? The value of their self-esteem, their self-respect, their body to get what they perceive as value.
So what's the craziest thing you've seen?
I don't know, girl.
Look, she said she had a little bit of thought in her.
Right.
So maybe we should be saying, what's the craziest thing you've done?
That I've done?
Did you punch holes in condoms?
Never.
That's a good one.
Never.
That's a good one.
Let me tell you.
She's going to kill me after
that. Let me tell you, I am so daggone straight laced. It's not even funny. I've never done anything treacherous. I've never, gone through emails or you know what I mean, trying to entrap somebody.
That's too much work. That's like a job. I don't know.
And I'll tell you
if you're looking for it, you're gonna find it. What you see?
That daggone Mimi Foss hanging from a shower curtain rod. Now
you know them curtains sold the heck out.
What? It's some craziness. Girl, you didn't find that.
Oh Lord, but no, I want to before we go.
Is that a thought? Are we gonna label her a thought?
She was with her man.
It's thought behavior.
How if she with her man?
It's thought behavior to tape it and sell it. It is not thought behavior.
Okay, so are we saying she taped it and sold it, or are we
so
saying
you think she sold it? Because that was up for debate, right?
It was very debatable. People were like, all the angles, there's no way you taped it.
It did not look like a homemade video.
Look, you in the mix. What really happened?
I was too busy in my own bathroom with my own shower rod.
Soundtrack to it. Listen, if there was a soundtrack to it, we know Big Shiz did it.
Right. But then
I like that angle.
Shut up. Look, move that all the way over there. No, but I mean, when they showed it, it was very questionable because of the angles, the lighting, and everybody was like, okay, we're not sure if this was a homemade video.
It did not look homemade.
Right. But then in her defense, she said that they did, I believe she said that they shot it or something so that she did say something to that. Right. So
and I think her argument was like, I might as well make the money. You know what I mean? It's gonna be out. I might as well capitalize on it.
Well, let me ask you this, ladies. If you did have a sex tape and it got out there, would you not capitalize off of it?
Oh no! Heck,
it's out there.
First of all, I ain't never taped nothing. I ain't never took
but that's what you think. Listen, you go to sleep too early to even know what happens after 10.
I'm asleep.
Exactly.
You gonna get me laying in the bed asleep?
But I have to say, that's a good question.
If it's out there, it's out there.
Right.
Why not call up Kris Jenner and say, listen, give me a $20 million deal, please?
Listen, I don't know. I just want to set the record straight, because I'm not going to sit here like no little angel, because I'm not. I done did some thottish stuff. You know what I mean? And praise God, I was covered.
You're not going to say, I did some thottish stuff, and praise God, and in Matthew 5:14.
I did thottish stuff, so somebody could have took a screenshot of me doing some craziness.
That's what we trying to tell you, but you keep saying I ain't doing that.
Or a picture. I did.
Well, I'm just saying, I can't sit here and say absolutely not. If it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah. So you would capitalize.
So you mean you would let people look at you for free?
I would be mortified.
You would be mortified.
Yeah, I don't think I would capitalize on it.
You wouldn't.
I would not.
So you would just let people look at you for free.
I would just hope that it would go away.
It would go away.
It's not. It's out there.
What would you do?
I would plead the blood of Jesus.
You have never prayed so much.
Look,
all y'all doing is praying.
No. I mean, honestly, I have to say, I really don't know what I would do, but if it's out there.
You and Sean ever make a sex tape?
Why you in my bedroom? Don't you worry about what we be doing.
We're still trying to figure out what that Valentine
and all y'all hackers out there, don't be trying to get into our cloud either.
No. You ain't America's favorite couple, but nothing.
Shut up. No, but I mean, if it's out there, you have to have that conversation with yourself.
So that's a yes.
How much money?
It's a tough question, right?
Yes, because
it's a tough question.
It's like,
because all right, let's just fast forward. Let's just fast forward.
about that papers,
right? Check this out. Look, fast forward 5 years, right? I have this more incredibly successful career.
Yes,
right?
Girl.
I am truly a global icon.
That's
right. And a sex tape gets hacked and found with me and Damon.
Y'all made sex tapes?
No, we haven't, but I'm just saying. Just say it happens and it comes out, right? And now my whole entire career is in jeopardy because I have,
a private
moral clauses, and whatever I'm doing at the time, like Beyonce has with L'Oreal and Pepsi and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So if we do that and then what do I do?
I don't know how that would hurt you.
You now switch professions.
right. I don't see how that would hurt you.
Crazy.
Because you are in the business.
Y'all crazy.
Diane does Dallas.
Yeah.
You are in the business of love. It's
Yeah.
your husband. It's
Right.
not going to hurt you. I think what would hurt you is if you tried to capitalize off of it.
Well,
And
you
what else
never
would
know.
hurt you is when these girls ain't loyal.
That
Right?
was so
now,
bad.
see, what I really loved about this story with Donald Sterling and V. Stiviano is that he really should have just paid her off, right? Because look
wouldn't have
at
stopped.
him.
It wouldn't have stopped. It wouldn't have stopped.
What made him think she liked him?
But okay.
That goes back to my last point
So let me ask you a
about
question.
dudes that ain't cute.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you think they were sleeping together? Now, none of us really know, but do you think
I
that was a
think-
relationship that they were sleeping together?
I think they were
I think
intimate.
they had to be some intimate sexual
I do too.
activity of some sort.
I don't know what degree. I don't know
Right.
who was penetrating who.
I'm not sure because she kept saying friend.
She did.
lied, she lied.
But no, she could be
I
lying.
thought
But with,
this was a great lesson for him, right? This is a great
For all
because
men.
I think men are so dumb. They think they can just step over women, right? And
You
can just
can't
step over
say
women. They
men.
can do
You
it.
have to say
What
some
was he-
men,
what-
Diane.
okay.
I'm just saying. We were
Yeah,
speaking
some
general.
men, some
I mean, we're
men.
speaking general, right terms.
This dude is a smart man. He's a businessman. He ain't gonna make a move unless he's benefiting from it. What was his benefit? How was he,
He wasn't a
benefiting
smart
from being with her?
businessman.
But I'm saying, how was he benefiting?
she gave him his mojo back.
But that's what but I think it was
I
sexual.
don't understand what you're
I'm
saying.
thinking-
Listen,
It's
men
sexual.
that age is not
I-
necessarily sex. And the reason I was asking, because
no.
in the beginning I said a thought does not necessarily
She's doing
have to be
something.
Right.
a hoe.
She's putting
But
a finger
she
somewhere.
played
She's
him
doing
Yeah.
like a thought.
Yes, she did. And he got what he deserved.
Absolutely.
And then let's just talk about, the
That's harsh,
empowerment
Diane.
of women.
That's hardcore.
But I'm saying, let's just think about the empowerment of women because we all remember Corinne Steffens, Superhead. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Now, she absolutely, capitalized off of the bad reputation that men gave her, that, everybody talked about her, there were rumors all over music industry about her behavior, and she said, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam.
Yeah. About that.
Right? So that's kind of like the sex tape question. It's already out
absolutely.
there.
So what do you do?
So what are you going to
What
do?
do you do?
Because every dude in the music industry is saying you a hoe and you give the best head.
But
so what
see,
you going to
for
do?
her, she was bold about it.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if I could be that bold about it in my, okay, it's out there, let's just make some money off of it since
Right.
we're already exposed. I can't say I would be proud about what's being exposed.
Yeah.
But I think for her, she wasn't ashamed of herself.
Exactly.
And I
She,
think it's
you
more
know,
respectable
exactly.
to write a book than to make a sex tape. That's just my take.
What's
That's
the
my take.
difference? It's just not a
Yeah.
visual.
Have
you read that book?
Exactly. No, I haven't read the book.
Maybe you should read
Yeah,
that
it's
book.
juicy.
That ain't no.
It's good stuff.
Is it
That's not a book you read.
It's
at,
juicy.
Y'all thoughts don't read the book?
No, I didn't read the complete the book in full,
Right.
but I have read parts of it, and that's not a book
Yeah.
you read at Starbucks.
But you said that people were already telling the story.
But
well, the reputation of her was
Right,
already,
it's already
being
out there.
Right,
People, she's
right.
like, okay, since you're talking about it, I might as well put it in a book.
Exactly.
which is like the sex tape
I don't
question.
see that as bad as a sex tape. I don't know. I just don't. I don't.
I get what you're saying,
Let me tell you
but
this.
I think you
do.
need to read the
But I
content.
think, okay, look, let me put it like this. I see that as a lesser of two evils. Her and Mimi Faust, is that Mimi? I see her as the lesser of two evils. And
Okay.
I shouldn't say her, but I'm saying going that route.
Right.
Writing the
book,
book,
right.
versus, I see that as a lesser of two evils.
Well,
one thing's
more
for sure.
question for y'all. Okay, now, do you think that a thought can be redeemed? Because let me tell you.
Absolutely.
So Drea from Basketball Wives LA.
Yes.
So right.
It wasn't a thought.
No. But just hear me out. Drea
Okay.
from Basketball Wives LA said that she feels like being a hoe has a statute of limitations because she said she doesn't think she should be considered a hoe anymore because
So-
she said
so she's
I've
saying
been in
I
a
was a
committed.
hoe?
Yeah. And she's saying I've been in a committed relationship.
Admitted to me?
She did.
Okay, I
Y'all missed that interview.
Yeah, okay.
No, it was on the show. And
Okay.
so she said, there's a statute of limitations. I've been in a relationship for so
statute?
long.
There's
Just
a whole
like,
shelf
if it don't
life.
fit,
in case you don't
must
know,
quit.
it's an expiration date on being a hoe.
Yeah. She's saying,
you know,
I think it's fair because I'm in a committed relationship. I'm not a hoe no more.
Yeah, I mean, I think people can change their ways, but at the end of the day, that cloud will always be over.
Right.
You know, you'll never know.
But that cloud has no power unless you allow it to have power. I believe in
A
redemption.
thought cloud can have a lot of power.
But you can't believe in Jesus and not believe in redemption.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it doesn't mean it won't follow you. If somebody has been a serial killer, you mean to tell me everybody's going to forget about that and act like...
The thing is, you never know why people make the decisions that they do. Usually it comes out of brokenness, it comes out of hurt,
course.
it comes out of
pain.
Getting what you need, and you make decisions, you do life. And I don't think it's ever too late to be who you could have been.
Okay.
I just don't.
So, last words, April, about a thought.
Last words. May you know them, but not be them.
Sheree, last words about being a thought.
I think I said my last words. I don't think it's ever too late to be who you could have been. I really don't. And I have compassion for thoughts.
You do.
I do too.
Yeah,
Because that behavior comes from a certain place. It does.
Well, I'm going to tell y'all, I don't mind being a thought as long as I'm Damon Haley's thought.
You better not see no sex tapes. I'm gonna capitalize off of your
Just don't be
sex tape.
snooping around in my
Put it
house
out.
when you come to visit. So, Sheree, how can our guests keep up with you? Where can they find you?
I am on all social media platforms as Sheree Fletcher. So they can get me on, you guys can get me on Instagram, you can get me on Facebook, Facebook pages, Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Miss April?
Across the board, I am April Daniels.
Okay, and I am Diann Valentine. I was your host tonight. You can also find me across all media platforms at Diann Valentine. We hope you enjoyed the show tonight. What do you think? Do you know a few thoughts? We want to hear from you. Don't forget to tune in next week. We will be back, and we will be back with a new cocktail.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Sheree.
Cheers,
yes.
ladies.
Good night, y'all. Good night. Yes.
Bam!
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.